Peace, y'all. It's your girl, Ryder Creator, coming back with another one. So today, I have a horrible, horrible story. This story is about how love can go horribly wrong, how things can get twisted, misconstrued, and turned around, and a situation could be blown up and turned into a horror story. Okay? So let me get into this. This is about the woman from Mississippi by the name of Khadijah Brown that blew away her husband, Jeremy Brown, over some situation that got blown out of proportion. That was not what it really was. Okay? So it was all started over like 3 lines. This man was online trying to holler at this girl. Now, he was wrong for trying to holler at this girl. He said a few lines. First, let me say before I get into it, it's a shame that the person that this man thought he was going to spend the rest of his life with took his life. That shit is so sad. So anyway, let me finish getting into this story. So it was 3 lines on, like, that the wife went snooping on her husband and found 3 lines online with him trying to holler at this girl from his job. Now he said, "Hey, sexy, how you doing? And it's me from the job," or whatever, right? So the girl never said nothing back. Never said nothing back at all. And this woman blew this situation out of proportion and turned it into this huge situation that it wasn't, turned into this big love affair that was a lie. Like, it really was not that. The woman never said nothing to him. It would have been on the phone. So anyway, let me get into how I feel about the other parts of it. So let's go. So she was offended that he was going to call the police and get his stuff. But if he would have called the police, he still would be here today to argue, to live, to fight another day. Okay? So when they were into it on the live, I noticed that the man kept saying, "Don't put your hands on me. Keep your hands off me." So this tells me that she has a regular bad habit of putting her hands on him. And from the argument, I hear hear her say that Jeremy slapped her once. Now, if you listen to what it is, who is the real aggressor? This woman had a regular habit of putting her hands on him, and he slapped her once. I'm not saying it's right that he slapped her once, but I'm saying, who is really the real aggressor here? Also, I want to also note that Jeremy was still in on his disastrous, effed up relationship / marriage. If he really did call and ask, do he have to cook for the kids, or does he have to cook for the kids today? He was still in on his relationship. He was checking her temperature to see if he should leave or not, or if he should come home that night. And that is, men do that to us a lot of the times. And that's very wise and very smart. Okay? So she was mad because he was going to leave. This is why she did this. She was triggered that he was going to leave. She thought that she could humiliate him, disrespect him, treat him the way she did, and then that he would still stay. But the wild thing is, he really was going to stay. But when he checked the temperature and she was on 1,000, he couldn't do it. Now, I clearly hear this woman clapping her hands and saying, "Murder scene, murder scene." So that makes it premeditated. She also slapped him. And then I hear him say, "Get your daughter, get this gun out of my face." So she then talks about he wanted to get his stuff, and she says he ain't getting shit. Everything in his house belongs to her. No, everything in that house belongs to both of y'all. She also said, "I'll Kill your ass, bitch." And she immediately screams after the shot went off and says, "I don't want to go to jail." And also, last but not least, when the kids started crying, is when she realized what a monster she has become. The bad deed that she actually did is almost like it smacked her back into reality when the baby started crying. Okay? And then it's one more thing I wanted to say. So last but not least, come on, baby, remember what it is. Last but not least, so when the baby was crying and she said, "I ain't know it was one in the chamber," or whatever she said, then the last thing she's going to say, "Oh, help. The gun went off, so she was about to try to put her baby up to line for her, which is a sad, sad thing. And this is the example of how love could go horribly wrong. So that's it for today, y'all. Please like, subscribe. Peace.